Okay, we're recording.
How do these things work, Beth?
Is there... You know how... Oh my gosh. What are you doing?
This is newfangled machinery. I've never seen anything like this before.
It's the same kind of microphone that we've had. It's just up.
Is it? It's dangling before me.
Adjust it so then the microphone is like facing towards your mouth.
Whoa. Oh, I am revealed. Arthur Mansley
In the flesh.
vocal flesh.
Yeah. Okay. You wanted me to record this for what reason?
Beth, this is both a test recording of our new recording suite
Okay.
that you've managed to find, a library I wasn't banned from.
We had to
recording
sneak you
studio.
in through the back. There's a difference.
There's a lot of things you can get in through the mail room. It's really surprising.
Oh, okay. Well, now I'm concerned. I'm always concerned, but now I'm concerned again.
You should be even more concerned than that, Beth. Because it is time for your annual performance review.
I mean, I've been here for how many years and we've never done one, so...
Exactly, so really lagging behind. This, honestly, is one of the first things in your cons column. Is your lack of keeping me on schedule.
I don't think that's how a performance review works. I think you have to schedule that yourself.
Beth, don't try me. Of all days, today is not the day.
Because of my performance review?
Because of your performance review. I hold your future in this
10 minutes.
10-minute conversation, yes. If this review goes poorly...
What are you going to do? You going to fire me?
Potentially.
Yeah.
There are millions of other interns out there looking for work, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. And some of them might actually read the handbook, another one in the cons column.
Oh, okay. I am very secure in my place in this thing. I don't think anyone else is going to take this job. And I also don't think that anyone else is going to put up with you specifically.
All right, I'm going to write that down, another one in the cons column. Very poor attitude. But in the pros column, deals with my shit.
Did your pencil break?
A little bit, but it's fine. It's mechanical.
Yeah, we had to get you those because you couldn't work a pencil sharpener.
It's
I'm going to put that in my cons column.
It's a modern marvel, honestly. How do you take a simple wooden pencil and bring it into the new age by adding mechanics?
I put it in the cons column. Doesn't know how to work a pencil sharpener.
Put it in your cons column. Doesn't appreciate their elders.
Takes advantage of intern.
Utilizes intern. Cons column. Does not want to do intern work. As an intern.
Cons column. Is insistent there is a handbook. Never seen it.
Cons column. Refuses to retrieve the handbook, which I mailed very precisely.
Cons column. Doesn't know how the mail system works.
Well, I use a very reliable courier.
Cons column. I was sitting right next to you. Why didn't you just hand it to me?
Because Ricky needs work too.
Who's Ricky?
My carrier pigeon. Last of his kind.
Have you seen him in a while?
He comes and goes.
How did he pick up a 75-page handbook?
It was written in very, very fine print.
You're telling me that it fit into the tube attached to the leg of a carrier pigeon still.
Yes.
Cons column still doesn't have a handbook.
It exists. You just failed to retrieve it from Ricky.
Cons column. I've never seen Ricky. I don't know if he exists.
Cons column does not believe in birds.
Pro column. Uses birds as a polite way of communication sometimes, but possibly.
I'm an equal opportunity employer, Beth.
Pro column. Is at least trying to teach me about cryptid interviewing.
Trying. I believe I am.
Cons column, lack of self-reflection.
Give me your page. I'm going to put pros column. Very, very handsome. There you go. You can take the back.
I'll cross that out later.
Yours Khan's column does not appreciate true beauty.
Okay. What else do we need to talk about in my annual review?
Well, we've talked about your complete and utter lack of reading the handbook, which honestly is like number one chief thing. How are you supposed to know how to do your job if you do not know the exact tenets of your job?
That's what I've been asking for however many years.
And I've provided the handbook day like 7.
No. I'm just, Khan's column still insists.
Ricky, it's time for your performance review. God, you need to find that bird. He's not delivering my mail, my post.
Khan's column still doesn't realize that I go to the mailbox and post office boxes every time.
Do not steal Ricky's work from him. He's a very hard-working bird. Last of his kind.
Oh, well, okay. Nobody knows how to interact with him then.
Khan's column does not appreciate beings who are the last of their kind. Very, very poor mark for a cryptid interviewer, Beth.
Yeah, but sometimes we have people who are just, well, like beings who are just really good at hiding.
Because they're the last of their kind, and you need to approach them with a certain amount of
No, I mean like the
care
Mothman. You
and
remember when?
compassion. The Mothman is a very delicate subject.
Well, yeah, but like you were talking about the Mothman, and you said that like he was the only one that you ever saw, but he has a whole underground living community that he's just very good at hiding. He's not technically the last of his kind.
And how did I discover that, Beth?
By talking to the Mothman, who was potentially the last of his kind.
And I approached him with
Empathy.
care, and compassion, Beth.
If I talk to Ricky, I'll talk to him.
I didn't show up to the Mothman and be like, wow, you're really bad at your job, Mothman.
Well, I didn't say that about Ricky. I said it about you.
Wow, Mothman, if you had an intern, I'm sure that they would not read your handbook either.
What?
Oh, Mothman, your intern, they look so peppy and full of spunk.
Is that a pro? Is that in the pros?
I'm sure they deliver your post punctually.
Is that in the pro column?
This is a hypothetical scenario.
That the Mothman would put in the pro column?
Yes.
How about I give you some of the pros that I think for myself?
For yourself?
Yeah.
You're giving your own performance review?
Yeah, I think that's part of a performance review.
Pro column. Very, very independent.
Yeah, that's a very big one because I'm self-directed. Because there's not a lot of direction from the superior.
You do your own, like, video shorts and stuff. Is that something we can get into, Beth?
No.
Curses.
Nobody needs to see your face.
The world is not ready to bask in the beauty of our.
You told Squeeb, yeah, because you told Squeeb that cameras steal your soul. Don't forget.
This is true. Well, I figured if you were an expert, you'd be able to finagle your way around that.
No, I've only done the audio as of yet. As per your wishes, which you have tried to state were in the handbook, but just continually state verbally.
It's in the handbook, Beth.
Yeah.
It is in the handbook, which you have declined to read.
Anyway, another pro that I have is I'm very good at scheduling interviews because I honestly don't know how you did it before. Because you kind of...
There were some pretty lengthy gaps between interviews in the past.
Another pro is that I've gotten us away from cassette tapes, which is saving us money.
That is a major con, Beth.
Well, it's saving us money is a pro, and then we're also on the internet.
That is a pro. I will give you that. Audience reach has never been greater.
This is true because it's unclear if the people who you put the cassettes in the mailbox even listened.
I do miss the physical media aspect of it, though, Beth.
Pro, I sometimes give you blank cassette tapes to play with.
That is a very major pro.
It's like those car keys for kids.
Are you calling me a child, Beth?
I'm calling you old school.
I'll take it. Old school. I'm writing this in my own prose.
Yeah,
column.
I was going to say, do you have your own
very
one?
Very old school.
Do you have your private own one? Or did you take mine again?
Oh, you can keep yours. No, I always keep my own personal list of pros and cons handy. You never know when you'll make some great personal discovery and be like, oh, that is a great pro to my persona.
Another pro that I have keeps the RV fully gasolined up.
You do stock the RV pretty well. I have to say, I've never heard of an Uncrustable before you came around, but it really has been eye-opening, Beth.
Yeah, you kind of only eat those.
They are my lifeblood at this point. My ambrosia.
Which is actually really comical because for an Uncrustable eater, you're pretty crusty. That's in the con column for me.
Well, I will put that in the con column for you. You called me crusty. Which is maybe I should put a separate heading. Lacks basic etiquette.
You're one to talk.
You don't call people crusty, Beth. I'm old. I have an excuse.
Yeah, okay. Con, does it... I don't know how old you are.
I can't asking an old man his age.
Con, an enigma and mystery for no reason.
Pro, an enigma and mystery for no reason.
That's in your own paper.
Oh, yes, this is on my side, my sheet.
Okay. Is there anything else you wanted to go over? Now that we've done annual performance reviews for both of us, how did I fare? Am I allowed to stay on for another year?
Well, looking over your sheet, I see quite the significant cons column.
Okay.
With a smattering of pros.
Okay.
Oh, Beth, this is... Ooh, Beth. You might have to do some convincing.
I don't think you could hire anybody else.
All right, you'll stay on for another year.
Wow, I'm so grateful.
Yes. But you better be ready for our next interview. It'll be no holds barred, bare-knuckle brawling of the personal...
Bear fighting is illegal.
Yeah.
Pros tries to keep him in the legal...
Ricky, I need you to return the letter you sent to the Bear Organization.
You should add a pro to that.
I've got a large event I need to reschedule if what you're saying is true.
This is true, so you should probably get on that.
Ricky!
I think you should add to the pros column even for next year also. Keeps you out of the eye of Johnny Law by keeping you mostly legal.
That has been beneficial. Although I shall say I'm quite skilled at evading Johnny Law. He is yet to wrap his iron claws around my neck.
Yeah, and I aid with that, which is good.
It is. I acknowledge this, yes.
Okay, keep that in mind for next year's review then.
Yeah, I'll add a post-interview pro. Assists in evading Jonathan Law!